In this video, we're going to take a look at how to record, edit, and post a video to YouTube using only your computer. Hey, my name is Jacob, and this is Servants Not Professionals, where we equip you to do the work of the ministry. In this video, we'll clear up some of the mess behind recording, editing, and posting a video to YouTube so you can get back to the real work of the ministry, which is people. So let's dive right into it. For this video, any computer that has a webcam, like my computer right here, is going to work. So here I am with my computer. We have the script right here. First things we're going to need are the script for the video. I have my script all written out. And then we'll also need our slides. I have my slides all made. Now you can use whatever program you want for these slides. I prefer Canva. What you'll want to do is download them from whatever program you're using as JPEGs. So you'll download all the pages as a JPEG. Very important step. You'll need to unzip these files. So you go to your files. What you'll do, you'll right click it, extract all, boom. So now that I have the slides and the script, I'm ready to record. So here I am with my computer. What we'll do, since I know we have a webcam, we will just open up the camera app on the computer. There we go. A good rule of thumb for recording a video is to make sure that your hands are viewable, which obviously they're not. All right, now my hands are viewable. And we want it to be close enough to the top of the head to where I can put one fist on top of my head. Just like that. Well, now you have my hands visible in the video and it's not too far away from the top of my head and we can record. And so what I like to do is you can record just like this and then you can pull back up your script. Amazing. So I have my script here and what I'll do is just read right through it, just like this. Hello, Galatians, Ephesians 275 students. My wife and I feel called to international missionaries. I'm leaving this in. It's part of the process. So what we'll do, whenever I make a mistake, I just pick back up at the last header section so that we can have a clean cut in the recording. And then what we'll do, we'll pray out with the students. That's the end of the video. Let me pray for you all as we seek to serve God with our hearts and our minds. And with that, our video is done being recorded. And so what we can do, click done, and that video is recorded. With that, we now have our slides and our recording. And so we can take both of those assets into our video editor. Now that we've recorded the video, our next step is to edit the video down. So I just uninstalled CapCut, which is the program I use. So we will go to CapCut, download. We'll go to the official website and we will download it for free. CapCut is an extremely straightforward, user-friendly, easy to use editing software. I love it. And just like that, we just click install. All right, well, it only took 2.5 minutes from searching to actually being downloaded. Great, so you can see here I have a bunch of videos that I've been working on. So what we'll do, we'll click Create Project. It's going to give you a little tutorial on importing materials, dragging them. So what we'll do, very straightforward, we'll go over to our media up here in the upper left-hand corner, import media. We're going to have to find where our computer stores its videos. So we're just going to import this video right here. Open. Perfect. Next, what we'll do, we'll import again. These slides are going to be in my download. So we'll just open that up and select them all and open them. We'll add in all of our slides. We can add them all individually or we could just select them all and drag them in. Now there's obviously only one space right here. There's only one channel, there's nothing else. But if we attempt to drag in our video, it's going to automatically make a new channel for us. Hello, Galatians, Ephesians 275. So we see our first cut. You don't want to leave too much space before or after a clip. So you can see the spot where I started to mess up. You can zoom in up here on the right. Now this bar underneath the video is going to show us our audio. And so where there's no audio, we can tell that I've taken a break from talking. And so right here is going to be the beginning of my sentence. My wife and I feel called to international mission. So what we can do, we can click on the channel that we want. It's going to highlight in white and click split up here. And that split is going to cut it. Now we'll go to the same spot where I start that same sentence. Actually, that's not the only mistake I made. So this whole section is wrong. So what we'll do, we just drag the cursor where it needs to be. We'll click on the channel. And that little white bar is going to show us where we're making the cut. You can see it's right between my sentences. Cut. And then let's try to find the spot where I restart. Now you can see this is all spread out, so I can just skip all of that. I know that I'm not talking full sentences. There we go. That's the start of the sentence. So we're going to cut that right there. Now we know everything to the left is just garbage. It just has to get thrown away. So what we'll do, just click the backspace, As long as it's highlighted white, it'll delete the section. We can zoom out and drag it in. Now let's take a look at what this cut looks like.
A little bit about me. My wife and I got.
Now you can notice
A little bit about me. My wife.
it's a little bit awkward to have that little half a second before I start talking because it's supposed to be a full sentence. So what we'll do, you can continue to zoom in, and right as I start talking, you can just drag that.
A little bit about me. My wife and I got married 2 years
Okay,
ago in Southern.
it's not perfect, but that's a lot better without having that pause in the second clip. So I made a mistake right there, and we're going to find, just as before, we're going to cut it right before that audio on God Called Us. Then we're going to find the second spot where I say God called us.
Last year, God called us.
There we go. We'll give a little bit of space on the left clip just like we did before. We'll cut. And now the only stuff that's highlighted white is going to be the garbage clip that we don't want. We're going to delete it. We'll zoom out so we can drag this one back. Now let's take a look.
Recently, last year, God called us.
Perfect. So we just finished the section, and I start talking about taking a break. So we don't want that in our final video for the students. So we're going to cut with just a tiny bit of wiggle room after this last sentence. And then we're going to find where I pick up again. Now I can tell as I look through the preview that I'm not going to be saying a sentence for the video if I'm not looking at the camera. So I can skip all of that. You can see here there's not a lot of audio, so I already know I'm not speaking full sentences, but here we go. Lots of audio, and I'm looking straight at the camera. Let's cut right here, right before. Delete that clip, and we can drag this one over. Butt it up to it, and let's check it out. So I'm going to keep cutting these out, and then we'll rejoin in a second. And now we're back. The video has all been cut, and now let's take a look at our background images. So what we'll do, we have 3 basic options. Our first option is just to have me talking like this on the screen. Our second option is to take this video, to make it smaller, and to put it over in the corner. Our third option is to have the slide track on top of our video so that we're talking behind the slide.
My wife and I got married 2 years ago in Southern California.
We're going to use a little bit of all of these methods to make our video just a little bit higher quality. So I'll drag everything over. What I like to do is to start with our video image as our first thing. So we'll have just a few seconds. 2, 3, that's usually good. And what we can do additionally is add an animation out to fade out. And then, so it's not just fading to black, we will put the video right underneath. Now to have the video audio start before you can actually see me talking is what's known as a J-cut. And so it's going to look something like this.
Hello, Galatians.
Perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for. Now with this clip, we can either have it small in the corner, or since we're opening up the video and it's just me talking, there's no information behind me, we can put our scale back to 100 and center it. It has very helpful blue lines. Perfect. So it's going to look something like this. Now, while recording, I realized some of my slides were actually not updated. So what we'll do, our prayer, I'm just going to copy this into here. What we can do, we can download. Now in Canva, you can actually select the slides. So we can do the current page and page number 4. So that's 3 and 4. We'll download those as a JPEG. Very straightforward and the same process as before. And there they are. Perfect. So I know my next thing is going to be our verse. Perfect. So until we get to our verse, I'll just have a talking head, which I believe starts right here.
Now for our course introduction.
Perfect. What we'll do, I'm going to put the verse behind, and I'd like to have a small version talking here in the corner. So it's going to look something like this. Now it's not perfect, you can't see all the text, but you get the idea. We can also leave this one as talking head. I want to have just one little section of this video as talking head, so I'm just going to cut it so I don't have to change the size. I want this second little clip to be the exact same size as this one over here. So we're going to click on the track. It says 24%. This one, we got to put 24%, and we'll just move it over to the corner. Very easy, just drag and drop it, and it's going to look like this.
Week 8, there is a final
Perfect.
paper.
We'll go back to talking head. Now we're in our closing remarks, so we're just going to shrink this down. It doesn't have to be exactly 24%. Put that in the corner. Amazing. And now we know this final clip is our prayer. And what we can do for the prayer is we can just put it on top. No one's looking at you. And it's going to look like this.
.edu. Let me pray for you all as we seek to serve God with our hearts and our mind.
Perfect. And just like that, we can export our video. So what you want to do while exporting is select the folder. I would recommend just selecting the desktop so it goes somewhere that you're familiar with. You don't have to find it. You just close out. You're going to export it just like this, and we will take a look.
Hello, Galatians, Ephesians 2:7.
Wow. And it sounds horrible because it's my computer, but it's not going to sound like that when we upload it. So now we have our video. We're going to listen through to it real quick on 2x speed just to make sure I didn't leave anything in accidentally. Now see, it's a great thing that I looked at this and I haven't closed out of CapCut yet, because if you take a look, this does not say what I'm saying. This is from another class. So what I need to make sure to do is go way over here to the end where it says in Revelation 4:8. That's not correct. It should be this one right here. Just going to show that you want it for the same amount of time. You'll just say replace clip. Perfect. So now,
.edu. Let me pray for you all as we seek.
and now I can title it as BIB 275 course overview, exporting to desktop. Perfect. And let's just skip over to the only part that has been changed. ×2 speed again. Just like that, the video is done. We now have our video, and now let's transition to getting that YouTube channel. Here I am on my brand new YouTube channel. This is just my CCU accounts channel. Never used it before. And I'm going to show you how to make your own channel. It's going to take literally seconds to make your channel and upload this video to make it available for your students. Let's check it out. First things first, you're going to want to click on your profile and go to YouTube Studio. It's going to prompt you to say create a channel. Just click create channel. Amazing. YouTube's done all the brunt work here. You can click continue. All this is great, but you don't need any of it. All you have to do is click create in the upper right hand corner, upload videos, and select a file. Now we already know our file is on the desktop. I have it sorted by date so that we can see right here. It's going to be the first file, bib 275 course overview. We'll open that one, and it's going to prompt us to give it a title, give it a description, give it a thumbnail, but all those are going to be super easy. For our title, I'm just going to put BIB 275 course overview. It's going to automatically say that if that's the title of your video. Now to upload a thumbnail, you're going to have to verify your phone number with your account. I always prefer putting a thumbnail so that you can put the title of the video as the thumbnail, but it's in no way required. So we're not going to do it for this video for the sake of brevity. YouTube is going to prompt you to ask if this video is made for children. For our purposes, we'll say no, it's not made specifically for kids. Perfect. For video elements, don't put anything. For checks, don't put anything. For visibility, you're going to want to put unlisted. This means people can't see your video on your channel unless they're given the link, which is what you'll be giving students. If you'd like your video to always be accessible on your page without someone using a link, you can click public. But for our purposes, we'll click unlisted. With that, we'll click save. It's going to save our video. Right here we see processing up to HD, 3 minutes left. If we go over to content, we can see our course overview. Amazing. It's being uploaded right now. If we click on the 3 dots and click get shareable link, it will automatically copy the link to our clipboard so that when we click paste, it's going to be right there. To integrate this and to populate, you simply paste it into a text box and save it. In the same way that you would with Loom or other video platforms, just insert your video link into the text box and it will automatically embed the video for students to watch. And just like that, if you follow these steps, you will be able to record, edit, and post any video, anytime, all by yourself. If you found this video helpful, you can check out another one right here.